3 tasty noodle dishes inspired by flavors from India. All fun to make, packed with spices and flavor. The star of today's show is this bad boy right here. Now don't ask me why I got such a big pack of Maggi noodles from Amazon, but I did, and we are making 3 recipes today. All right, so I just pulled out some more ingredients for our first Maggi recipe, and this one is submitted by Have a Second Breakfast. They wanted me to make this recipe, slash I asked for a recipe, so I'm really excited for this one. First, get the second star of the show. Look at that. So we wanna cut the paneer into bite-sized pieces. And if you notice, yes, there's another camera here because I am by myself and I'm a solopreneur, solo content creator for the most part. And you gotta get it done. You gotta get those shots. You gotta get those angles, right? We're gonna get a bit of ghee. And I left this out to room temperature because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't solid. So we're gonna do like about a teaspoon or so of ghee. I'll do 2 to make it all juicy. And I actually used to live in India, so I'm not unfamiliar with paneer. I'm not unfamiliar with Indian cuisine. I really, really love it. I think this is hot enough. Let's go ahead and throw in our paneer and get that nice and toasty. I'm really excited for this. All right, so while this heats up and gets nice and toasty, what we're gonna do is cut up an onion. We don't really mix onions and I end up crying every time I cut them. I don't know what paneer reminds me of. Like cooking it now, it just reminds me of like how you cook tofu just a little bit, but also not because it's cheese. I feel like this pan still has enough ghee, so we're gonna go ahead and add some onions. Cook that up and save some of these. We'll put these aside. Go ahead and cut up a green pepper. Let's go ahead and throw in some bell peppers. We're gonna need a tomato. Let's go ahead and chop that up and throw it in. For those of you that are cooking with me, I basically am using like 1/4 of everything. All right, so now we're gonna add a pinch of salt to our vegetables. I think we're almost ready for the Maggi. Like bigger than my face. That's pretty big. The issue that I had previously when I made noodles, my husband and I made noodles, don't blame it all on me, is we cooked it incorrectly. So the texture was off for me. So I'm gonna try my best to not cook it incorrectly. We're gonna open this bad boy up. All right, so we've got water here. And I'm gonna add it to a point where it makes sense, but let me toast up the seasoning a little bit too. I think it should be time to add our water now. For the second recipe, because I am. This recipe comes from my friend Dino. You can find him at Dino the Baker. The difference with the cooking method for this Maggi dish is actually boiling the water first and then adding it to a bowl with our block of Maggi. I'm gonna chop up some ginger and garlic for this recipe, and then we'll come back when everything is chopped and boiled. Got our bowl here. I'm gonna go ahead and add in our Maggi cube, a Maggi noodle cube. I know that there is like Maggi bouillon cube. Our kettle here that we'll just add hot water to. And as it gets soft, we'll just go ahead and push it down in there. So for this particular recipe, my friend told me to add a knob of butter. So we're gonna do just that. Add it to our skillets, you know what I'm saying? Let it melt down. So again, when it comes to Maggi, for me in particular, like this is so important to not have the noodles be extra soggy. the million viewed Maggi recipe on YouTube. So I'm excited because this is my friend Nandini's favorite Maggi. She told me this is her favorite. And we are going to now heat up our pan. This recipe calls for olive oil, so we're gonna use olive oil to help with the sauteing of it all. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I did. Each recipe required a different type of fat. So first we had ghee, then we had plant-based butter, which you could just use regular butter if you have it. And now we're using olive oil. So that is so interesting. I love seeing like differences and similarities in dishes. Let's get our garlic in there. And while we wait for this to cook up, I wanna remind you all that if you have not done so, please subscribe to this channel. It's a new channel. It's like a little baby that needs like nutrients and love, and you all are the nutrients and love. And the food, of course. We've got a bunch of green peppers as well. So I had this vegetable broth out, but I didn't actually need it. Water, the spices, the salt, all of that seemed to work out perfectly. Since this is frozen broccoli and we've got our frozen peas again for this recipe, we're just gonna add it in now. So fun fact, these are spices that I got in India, and I was like, I'm not done using them, so I'll just pack them away and bring them with me. So we've got some turmeric here, which we're gonna add to our mixture. We're not gonna add too much, since I kind of like took away half of the recipe. And we've also got our chili powder. We're gonna add a little bit more oil, water. All right, so we've got that. So I'm gonna let this just cook up. You can watch it cook up, and then I'll come back with all 3 Maggi noodle bowls, and then we're gonna try it. All right, friends, so here we are with our 3 Maggi noodle dishes. I'm so excited. They all are very different and they smell amazing. So let's get to tasting them. First one is our paneer Maggi dish from Have a Second Breakfast. Make sure you check out their YouTube channel and their Instagram page. Yum. I'm so excited. The way that I toasted the paneer, according to them, is just genius. So I'm gonna get a little closer to you all and taste this. Oh my gosh. It's so hot. It's so hot, but it's so good. Let's try a bit of that paneer. Smells good. Toasting the paneer and the ghee is genius. So good. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's look at these noodles. Oh my gosh. Okay. I really could just eat this full bowl, but we have 2 other ones to try, and we're gonna see which one tastes the best, obviously. A little bit of a competition. All right, so this one is our Indian spaghetti. Oh my gosh, look at this one. Yum, 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 yum. This one smells so good. Dino, this is an awesome recipe, and I was happy that I was able to add my own little flair to this, recreating it. Oh my gosh. So unless you really have to, the Maggi that comes in the cups is what I tried first. It's not anything compared to this. This is so good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is so good. All right. Scoot over, guys. We need one more to try. This one is a recipe here on YouTube that has been viewed 1,000,000 times and more, and my friend Nandini actually recommended that I try this, so let's give it a try. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh, look at this. Can we just like admire these noodles? Oh my gosh, they're just like seasoned perfectly. I would never have guessed that adding more seasoning to a seasoning packet was the way to go. So that is it. 3 wonderful bowls of noodles. I cannot just pick one, but if I had to choose, maybe it would be this one, or this one, or this one. They're all really good, and I'm so glad that I decided to make Maggi for myself and really debunk my own myths about Maggi noodles. 2-minute Maggi noodles are the way to go. So definitely try these out yourself. And yeah, I can't believe you're gonna leave me here with 3 big bowls of noodles all to myself on a Friday night. It ain't right. It just ain't right. Y'all were